Hello to all our wonderful students and families. Today, as our school has been closed for a while and as we are practicing social distancing, I want to remind you all of some of the many ways you can continue your learning at home. Remind your children of all the work we did recently in our school about the power and beauty of our hands, and how in every new challenge at school we always begin by asking, what can I do? Well, here in our response to the coronavirus, our hands are all powerful too. Your children must continue to wash their hands regularly while singing 2 verses of their favourite song, as we demonstrated at school to stop the spread of the virus. Think about and give thanks for all of those wonderful people in the medical and science fields who are working hard day and night, using their hands tirelessly for good, to help keep us all safe and combat this virus. This is an opportune time for us to closely communicate with our parents and grandparents via technology. Let's really communicate with them and learn from them. Ask them what school was like in their day, what threats they faced in their youth, what helped and supported them to get through difficult times. What do they think of the coronavirus? You can then write down from the recording what they share with you, read back over it, and illustrate it with a picture. This is real meaningful literacy. You can share it with the class when you come back to school. That's great learning. Tell your grandparents a joke. Ask them to tell you a joke. Laugh together. Learning is fun. Apart from books each child may have at home, there are plenty of additional reading materials in every home environment in the form of recipe books, newspapers, magazines, shopping catalogues, DIY instructions, sibling books and many more. Encourage your child to keep a daily journal. This time will never come again. Why not integrate some daily PE with maths and even Irish? For example, time yourself doing 20 laps of your garden and or 20 jumping jacks in English and in Irish too. Calculate how many more or how many less or how much faster you can do them tomorrow. Have a look at the shopping catalogue. Cut out the pictures and prices of all the items you'd like to buy to use to make a dinner, breakfast, create a new room or garden, and add up the cost. All of this is real life maths and art, cutting and pasting. This time at home is a good opportunity for our children to get really good at doing jobs inside and outside the house. Think laundry, cooking, tidying. Design, make and tidy your own play corner. Accomplishing daily chores in their environment builds their sense of self-efficacy. These tasks cover many strands of the curriculum. In the same way that we run a Creation of the Month competition at school, constantly encouraging you, the students, to use your unique imagination to turn recycled materials into art. Please use this time to collect recyclable materials at home, from inside and outside, to turn them into wonderful art. The 7 subject areas covered in the primary school curriculum are 1. Language, English and Irish, 2. Maths, 3. SESE, Social, Environmental and Scientific Education, which includes History, Geography and Science, 4. Arts Education, which includes Visual Arts, Music and Drama, 5. PE, Physical Education, 6. SPHE, Social Personal Health Education, and 7. RE, Religious Education or Ethical Education. There is so much that can be done under all of these areas in a natural, fun and interesting way while your children are at home. This unprecedented event in history that we are all living through together can provide many huge learning experiences for your children. Education is about way more than what happens in the 4 walls of a classroom or school. As American philosopher and psychologist John Dewey famously stated, education is not preparation for life. It is life itself. So share stories, factual and fictitious, with your children and listen to theirs. Share stories specific to your family, culture and background. This gives your children a deeper sense of their identity. Use rich and wonderful words. If your children don't understand them now, they will later. Use and learn the new words and phrases we hear around us every day. For example, social distancing, epicenter, immunity, and vulnerable. Have fun with language, make up words, talk about words that rhyme, recite poems, nursery rhymes, sing together, tell jokes, laugh together. You're not only sharing an amazing learning experience with your child when you do this, but you're positively promoting their well-being and your own. If you speak Irish or another language, speak it to your children in a fun way. Play songs in that language, watch TV, Cúla Cathair for Irish, YouTube videos, cartoons, etc. in these languages. Let your children take the lead and choose what it is that they are interested in and what they want to learn. They may surprise you in great ways. Some other quick and simple ideas to enhance your child's learning at home are: A. Play outside in the garden. Play, play, play. Or go for a walk. As well as getting fresh air, your child could be engaging in real-life maths through measuring, exploring shape and space, counting twigs, leaves, etc. Using SESE skills of exploring, investigating, and developing their understanding of local environments and their awareness and care for the environment, covering athletics, dance, games, outdoor and adventure activity strands of the PE curriculum. B. Engage in art activities. If you don't have paints or colours at home, don't worry. Other strands of the visual arts curriculum are drawing, print, clay, construction, fabric and fibre. Every home or outdoor space has some of these freely available for children to add their creativity and imagination to, in producing something way beyond our adult imaginations. C. Help with household chores. For example, emptying the dishwasher, pairing socks. Let them count and sort the cutlery. This is real-life maths. D. Bake or help making a meal. In addition to the literacy and language involved in reading or listening to a recipe or a conversation regarding the task at hand, children are involved again in maths, weighing, sorting, counting, and science, investigating which ingredients go together, exploring and discussing why vegetables are good for us, etc. E. Read. This might be the chance for your child to read that book or comic they got for Christmas, or anything at all that is of interest to them in the house. Shopping catalogues and brochures can be a great free resource for maths and reading, as well as a stimulus for conversations. Finally, considering the RE or ethical education area of the curriculum, now is definitely a time to answer or at least discuss some of those big questions your child might have, to pray together, depending on what your religion may be, to be mindful and in the present moment together, and to acknowledge the interconnectedness of us all. When the natural learning resources are used up, then consider going on the tablet or the phone or that laptop or the computer to further their learning, but please only do this as a last resort. Yes, there are countless fantastic websites that will provide you with learning opportunities in many areas of the curriculum, but in my humble opinion, none of them compare to the learning and connection that is all around you in the natural world at home and outside. Even if your child says, "I'm bored," please don't panic. This is actually a good thing, because they will learn how to self-entertain and self-regulate and delay gratification. And if all that fails, they can sweep the floor or tidy the kitchen. They may even engage in exploration, investigation, questioning, thinking that is all a part of learning. What a great opportunity to connect with pets now too. So many of our students love music and have great rhythm and musical abilities. Could they learn a new song a day, listen to it, commit it to memory, sing it and perhaps write it down? Consider this for poetry too. If you can't find a poem you'd like to learn, write it. Too young to write it? Write it with your parents. Have fun. rhyming words. For any children out there whose parents are in the medical or science professions right now, please, please make your parent the most beautiful thank you card from all of us, or write a poem to brighten their day. We are all very grateful to them. Especially to our 6th class students, we really look forward to spending more time with you before you move on to the next exciting chapter in your life, secondary school. Perhaps you could use some of this time to prepare that speech for your graduation ceremony. My memories of primary school and what moving on to secondary school means to me. This is a good time for reflection and looking forward to the joys that lie ahead. Dear parents, please don't worry about whether your child will miss out on too much learning while confined to home during the school closures concerning the coronavirus. The good news is your children learn everywhere. For our school students, remember at this time it's more important than ever before that poem of Helen Keller's we recite together every morning at school. I am only one, but I am one. I can't do everything, but I can do something. And just because I can't do everything, that will never stop me from doing the something that I can do. Remember, your children are hardwired to learn. Just because they are not at school does not mean they are not learning. As a teacher, I know from experience that children learn way more from what we do than what we say. They also learn actively from what they do and are involved in. Right now they will be learning from all the adults in their life, but especially those closest to them. How to deal with uncertainty. Do we panic? Do we remain calm? Do we read and trust everything we see on social media? Do we listen to and heed medical experts? How do we look after ourselves? How do we look after others? How do we take responsibility for our actions and demonstrate that we are good citizens? Rest assured that your children will continue to learn and grow in relation to much of what's on the curriculum. Here, in addition, in this time of unprecedented uncertainty, lies the opportunity to develop the very important change-making skills of empathy, leadership, creativity, and teamwork. Why not direct our students' attention to the ever-increasing numbers of people who are surviving this virus? This too is maths, and it gives hope. Our children are learning moment to moment, day to day, through this global pandemic of the coronavirus in the natural learning environment of their homes, immediate communities and the wider world. Let's trust, direct and support them as best we can to grow through this experience for their good and the good of us all. When we return to our school, we will plan something really beautiful to remember this time. Start thinking of what that might be. And remember, not all learning is done in a classroom. Make the most of your child's learning at home. And we really look forward to seeing you soon.